Welcome back to the Damage Counters podcast. I'm, of course, Shifu Stew. Haven't changed yet the whole time. I got Chef Husky.
Hey, what's going on? I'm still Chef Husky too.
Oh my god, and we got Snipe the Bench. It's a morning episode. What's up, Snipe?
What's doing?
It's 9 a.m., and we are just cracking out this episode for you guys because we're dedicated, because we love you as the viewer. That's why we're here right now with coffee in hands. Also, I guess new cards dropped. Chef, just take the floor.
I don't have coffee in hand. I'm just raw dogging life right now. Yeah, new cards, a new black and white set, similar to 151, very much a scalper set, but lots of new cards got revealed that I'm really interested in. You guys had a chance to look at some of them?
Yeah, I have been reviewing this morning. But before we dive into the nitty gritty of how the cards work, I'm always very interested in what dictates a scalper set. Is it because prices are already showing, like, Japanese cards are selling off the shelves? Or is it just because the artwork is so freaking cool?
Yeah, it's the artwork. Just look at that new. They created a new rarity called BWR, which is the black and white rare. Which so far only three cards got revealed with that rarity, which is the Reshiram, the Zekrom, and the Victini. But God, they look good.
It looks like Ghost Rarity from other card games.
Ghost rarity. I've not
Look
heard
up
that.
like a Ghost Rarity Yu-Gi-Oh card. And anyone watching this right now, I know it's not the same because they're actually like backgrounded in their own color. Like Zekrom is the whole black wash, Reshiram has the white wash, and Victini is red. But it does give the vibes for me of the Ghost Rarity from like Yu-Gi-Oh because it just, you're losing a lot of color. Like you don't have
Like
a energy
monochrome.
symbol color. There's nothing on it, right?
Yeah, I see that. Okay, I'm looking at the Dark Magician right now. That looks really nice.
They're very cool, right? And right in line with what you were saying, they cost a lot of money and they sell very quickly and they're very rare. So, yeah, I mean, I get that if this is a brand new type of rarity, that is Scalper City, which, man, the scalping, I'm just seeing more and more YouTube videos not at all related to the TCG card game or anyone that, we've worked with in the industry, just other people making videos on how crazy the Pokemon situation's getting. Like they see a fight at Walmart or something, they just go make content.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild right now. It's a very strange time to be a player of the game.
What do your guys'
But
card shops look like around releases as far as like, are you guys seeing new rules put in place to help out since Prismatic was such a I hate saying this, but Prismatic felt like a failure on Pokemon's release because so many people just got screwed and like never saw a pack their whole time.
yeah, I'm finally getting my hands on my first prismatic packs. But I haven't really seen a whole lot of change in my locals. Like the only really real thing that I've seen is like caps on how much you can buy at once.
Okay.
Snipe, what you get?
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's just limit one, limit two. That's it. Nothing crazy. At least where I'm at.
Yeah.
So what are your guys' strats for getting some of these cards? Because as we have to talk about, some of these cards look pretty dang good. I'm very happy you sent me those English translations. I think I was looking at the old Reshiram EX when I told you it was trash, Chef.
Oh,
Because the old Reshiram EX is trash. It's awful.
yeah.
This one is freaking awesome, dude. What
I
are you
actually like this
most
a little
excited for?
I'm excited for a bunch of things. The Curum is right up my alley. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to look at that one. So all three of them are similar, right? The Zekrom, the Reshiram, and the Curum all have that attack for 50, and their secondary attack is 130 plus something else. But the Curum has 130 to the active and then 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench for each prize card your opponent's taken. So it's a very late game spreader. So I'm really interested in that. I like the idea, though. I also accept that Zekrom and Reshiram are both really interesting in that they basically replace Charizard. Like Charizard EX is no longer needed because these things do what it does, but better.
They don't accelerate energy as well as Charizard.
But we don't really need that anymore because we also have Embor, which is a fire type Baxcalibur.
Yeah, you have Embor and This Zekrom EX is going right in Miraidon decks, and it's about to pop off.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh
only
yeah. It's like
need
a
two lightning and one colorless in a deck with 16 energies and four generators. Yeah, Zekrom's about to be getting KOs.
and electric is getting some really good support too in the return of Dynamotor, which is coming
Okay,
from electric this time.
I
Were
must
you
have missed
around?
this.
Were you around last time Dynamotor was the thing?
No, I wasn't. But I'm looking it up right
Uh,
now to see. I'll look it up, read how gross it is, and report back on it. Keep going over some of these new cards.
Yeah, so Dynamotor is essentially it used to be on a Flaffy, and Flaffy was like a staple of Miraidon and Regieleki, which all it really does is just attach one lightning from discard to a benched Pokemon. So whereas I'm actually doing a short on it tonight, whereas basically all electric decks right now depend on generator, so they run like 15, 16 energies. Dynamotor makes it so you really don't have to anymore. You can run like 7 or 8, clear up a bunch of space for other things, and have a very consistent way of accelerating energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, it's awesome.
I do like that there is a lot of energy in the Miraidon deck just because I get to tell myself, like, I can cleanly energize two full Iron Hands to amp you very much. Maybe I just leave it around 10, but I do like that it's heavy on the energies. You're saying you can go all the way down to 7 with that, you think?
I think you could. I think you can clear up a bunch of space. You don't need to run 15, 16 energies, and hope that maybe your electric Jenny pulls two of them in one go. You could still have electric generator in there, but it's not your crutch anymore.
Yeah. No, that'll be sick. So what card is that coming with? Is that in this new set, the Black Bolt White Flare? When are we
I
getting
think
that?
so. Yeah. This is part of Black Bolt White Flare.
So where does that show that in the set? Because when I am on the
The
Poke
second
Beach,
the second link I sent you, I think.
okay, let's see here. More cards revealed.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, it's the electric. Okay.
Yeah.
But
There's the elect.
Electros doesn't get the ability? Oh, that's rest in peace. I love Electros, dude.
That's how it was before too. It was a
Yeah, the
Flaffy. Like
Flaffy.
nobody ran the Emperors, but Flaffy was the one that like it even got a gold print for it. It was so popular.
I mean, come on, dude. Who doesn't want that Electros attack? Flip 4 coins for every heads, deal 100 damage? Yes, sir.
I actually like the Electros. It's got that Thunder Fang, which does like a coin flip for Paralyze, which is Paralyze is so good too.
Oh, wow. It's just coin flippy all around.
Yeah.
That's a weird Pokemon to be coin flippy because, like, in the actual game, it's a pretty solid mon, at least just to play through your playthrough. You levitate electric type, you're pretty safe.
Oh yeah.
Air balloon?
Oh yeah. Air balloon rescue board no longer needed.
Wow. So that's crazy. I mean, rescue board still has value in that 30 HP little niche ability, right?
Barely.
Oh,
Barely.
Hilda.
When are you ever getting a Pokemon down to 30 HP? I do
Very,
like Hilda.
very rarely. I mean, gouging.
Yeah, but if you're getting it down to 30, you're kind of not expecting it to live.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. It's just a freeway. Yeah, I totally agree. You're not seeing it very often. It's more of just a get out of jail free in a weird matchup.
Yeah. Hilda, I
So
like a lot.
I think Hilda's cool. I think Sharon is awful. I mean, these draw 3 cards should just go away. Prism and Ignition Energy, though? I have not even looked at this yet. This is sick.
Yeah. Prism is basically luminous energy that doesn't have that little caveat next to it where like you can't have other energy attached.
Very,
So
very good.
yeah, but it's
Dude,
only for basics.
yeah, but that's so strong. I mean, Terrabox is it. That's Monkey Dory's a basic. That's sick.
Yeah.
And then Ignition, what are we looking at here? Discarded at the end of the turn. Provides 1 colorless while attached to a Pokemon. Oh, it's just reversal, but for 1 turn?
It's 3 colorless energy that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
attach to an evolution Pokemon. So it's kind of like yeah, and it only lasts for 1 turn. So it's kind of like is good for something like Blissey EX
Yeah, I
or
mean, it
something that
feels
needs.
very much like Reversal. Only evolution provides 3. It just sucks that it's colorless and only lasts for a turn. But you don't have to be
Yeah.
down at prizes.
Right. Right. Yeah. So it's really good. Like if you just need it on the spot, I'm sure it'll find some value.
Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. Yeah, I didn't realize we were getting all this new stuff. Even the Stoutland kind of looks. I mean, it's not great, but I do love attacks that deal extra damage if your opponent has special energy. Considering we're getting so much special energy in the form of, and let me say this correctly, Snipe, spiky energy.
Yes, spiky energy. Who knew?
Dude, who knew it was spiky? When you sent that message, I was like, this guy's about to blast us. I know exactly what this is.
I thought it was Spike. I typed in Spike. I'm like, where I can't find it. And once
Yeah,
I
I thought
deleted
it
the
hadn't
E,
been
it came
released.
up.
I really thought something was wrong on my game the first time I looked it up because I was like, I just pulled a golden one of these from a pack. Want to go look at my spike energy, and it just spike energy does not exist in your game. Oh, tip.
Not.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been calling it that for a while just because that's what it was listed as on Poke Beach. But nope, it's spiky.
You know what? You're right, Chef. It's Pokey Beach's fault, not ours. We're totally clean hands here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what else I'm interested in? I'm looking at it right now. Superior EX looks like a ton
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah, I think it's there just for the damage more so than the cards. I don't know. I do love the pull 3. It's such a weird ability, right? Because Iono exists.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, what are the odds they're going to have one conveniently on that turn? But like considering it boosts its own damage, like I'm not even too concerned about its attack. I'm like interested in pairing it with something like Yan Mega or pairing it
Yep.
with something like Mamoswine where it's like it already does 40 more damage for every stage 2. Why not make it 60?
Yeah, it's not restricted on type of Pokemon either, right? So it does get that leg up on the Lilligant.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's cool. I think it'll fix math in some decks. I think maybe Grass Box is just doable now.
Yeah, thanks to both that and Yan Mega.
And I mean, everyone's looking at these new cards, but I think these just add to a really strong archetype already, and that's Toadscruel. I don't think Toadscruel is bad anymore. People just stopped playing it. It gets huge hits. Everyone's running Area Zero, so you get it set up for yourself. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe Toadscruel pops off with all this new grass support.
I think it's time Toadscruel popped off. I think it's been had some potential.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it does make good runs in tournaments always. And I think just being able to shut down someone's ability to play with their graveyard, it's huge.
yeah, yeah, I think people just haven't really cracked the code on it yet.
Yeah, I wish Torterra's code was cracked. I want to see someone top 8 a tournament with Torterra, man. That Torterra
Dude.
Grassbox deck is so cool. It's just so inconsistent.
Yeah, losing that Grottle is rough.
Oh yeah, it's game change. It ruins it if you ask me.
Yeah, no, it's dead. It's dead. If you want something similar to what that Torterra does, just go with Cynthia's Garchomp.
Yeah, but dude, Cynthia's Spiritomb. That's what I'm most excited about. To hit someone with
dude.
the switcheroo.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
excited. We got some
her-
good stuff coming.
her tool gives 70 HP. Am I tripping?
Yeah, no, 70 HP.
Dude, Cynthia will be the first deck that gives us a feeling of megas in this set.
Yeah,
'Cause nothing will be
Yeah.
as big as the Cynthia's deck.
yeah, everything's super beefy.
Yeah, Cynthia's got a huge deck. Snipe, talk to us about the competitive scene a little bit. You have recently embarked on some games. How'd it go?
Not too bad.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck to play. I mean, now with Raging Bolt winning the Milwaukee, yeah, everybody's got almost everybody has Raging Bolt sleeved up, right? At some point you played it or tried it. So it's probably already sleeved up. So it's probably going to jump in value. So now how do you counter it? Or are you just going to play it? It's got pretty good. You can OHKO anything, obviously, with Raging Bolt. But then that baby Raging Bolt, you get a couple Crispin and some energy on it. And you're just sniping anything you want. And they can Badoo you all day. Which is what I saw is how it won. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I always talk shit on that baby bolt. I'm pretty sure we have an episode where I talk shit on baby bolt, and I can no longer talk shit on baby bolt.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I am excited for that Dynamotor though to come out. To go back on what you're saying, I did while we were talking here. I did look at some old lists that had the Flaffy. They were still playing 13-14. It wasn't 16-17, but they were still playing 13-14 energy. Because you still want to hit your generators at least. But the good thing is if you miss, you always got Flaffy. And I think they had an attacker that always, who was it? Well, Raichu. Yeah, Raichu V always was their big hitter, and it always discarded the energy. So you would always either super rod some back in, hit more generators, and also Flaffy at the same time, and just keep OHKOing everything. That was the plan.
Nice.
So then
Yeah.
who are you going to use as your discarder in the new setup?
And then
Dude,
the new one?
Is the Miraidon deck actively... Am I tripping, or does it not have any discarders on attacks?
you can create like an infinite loop of Iono's Kilowattrel, just being able to discard that energy and put it right back on.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely could.
And get
You're gonna
cards
be-
at the same time.
Yeah, well, then you got to ask yourself, like, am I using that ability to attach to the Watchel, or am I using that ability to attach to my attacker? And I guess Lavencia helps you out a lot, too. Do you go heavier in discard cards? Do you up your... I mean, you're already playing 4 research in Miraidon, right?
Oh, you could do it different ways. You don't have to. Some do for research. Yeah, I know there was a heavy Arvin build to try to find your generators, and well, Chef, I'm sure you
And the
remember
crystal version.
what was the one where what was the supporter? It's gone now. Where it lets you get any 2 cards.
Oh,
Where everybody was running that one. I don't remember what it was now.
they let you grab any 2 cards?
Yes, it was a supporter. It let you grab like any 2 cards, and you would grab like double generator. You had Mew. I cannot remember
Yeah, I don't remember.
what it was. There was that build, which was super fast, like all in on turn 1. You'd pretty much know if you're gonna win the game. Like it was unbelievable. I don't remember.
Wasn't Skyla, was it?
No, I can't remember what it was.
I actually
Maybe
watched a
it's-
video recently about older cards and that what you're describing. I know what you're describing, I just can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, the closest thing I can think of was the one that lets you discard any 2 cards from your deck. But I don't know anything that lets you grab any 2 cards.
Let's see if I can find it while we're talking here. So, what else is going on while I do that?
Nothing for me. I've been playing a lot of Tinkaton. I think that's a very good counter to a lot of the things that we're seeing. I think it beats Polt pretty well now. It beats Raging Bolt pretty well. Just slap on a Lily's Clefairy, and you just need 4 cards to take out a Bolt.
Man, I hate when Bolt is active. I will say though, speaking of some possible new stuff that could be good. Not saying it's gonna be good, but if Bolt is popping off, I love Iron Thorns. You just beat them. immediately. No ogre pawns, nothing.
Just like the old like quad thorns build.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could play it quad thorns. I actually think it's probably better with the Dragapult. I think Thorn's Pult is really strong, and Pult is not bad because Bolt is good. Pult is still Dragapult. I am playing Walls. Been playing the heck out of it, actually. I picked it up on the ladder. Haven't actually played as much ladder as I thought. I think I speak for all of us when I say we're dealing with life at the moment, as well as podcasting and content creation. So not everything
Yep.
happens immediately, but the Milotic, Ogre Pawn, single Monkey Dory, Farigiraf deck, dude, it's so fun. It is so. Oh wow, I actually have it popped up behind me on my screen because the way my editing's set up. Let me close that. But I love the wall deck. My only issue with walls right now is that I just don't see a good matchup in Nagardi ever. I don't know how you're supposed to take on a deck that doesn't have to attack you. It can just stack its own damage and send it back.
Yeah, that's tough.
But
Yeah, I've been
other than Guardy, it's easy money on the ladder. I mean, there's not a deck that if you can set up just one of your walls and it's the right wall for the opponent's deck, they should concede because there is no canceling clone. Like, you're not going to break through Farigiraf unless you have a card that you think can break through it. But a lot of decks aren't packing it right now. Like, walls are just devastating.
Yeah, there's a lot of decks that just don't have an answer for a bunch of it.
Oki
Like
Vital
I've been
what
playing
a
Blissey
troll.
EX. You know how many times that one of Cornerstone Ogre Pawn has come in clutch for me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. It's so insane. Cornerstone, the reality is that if you open Cornerstone, which is what I've learned is kind of my safest opener on the wall deck, and they show that they have a Cornerstone, if that Cornerstone lands on their bench and you start the game with one energy on your Cornerstone and you can energize first, well, then they just can't beat you.
Yeah, a lot of times like that's all you need. Like many times I've just started the Cornerstone Ogre Pawn and been able to energize it, and I don't even need a backup Pokemon. They just don't have an answer for it. Can't boss anything up. They just can't get through it.
It is an impressive 140. I know it's a low attack, but really, like being able to two-hit KO most things in the game that can't even hurt you back is pretty huge on that Ogre Pawn. It's goated.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but I mean it doesn't need to be fast.
I saw someone recently post on Reddit. I swear it had to be rage bait because it succeeded so hard, but they posted a picture of Cornerstone Ogre Pawn saying, "What's this card even used for?" And dude, all the people on Reddit just went ballistic. They got baited so hard. It was like, "Are you kidding me? Have you not seen this card in every?" It's like, yeah, buddy, we know. Ogre Pawn's everywhere. Okay, it was a joke, but kudos to whoever did that. If you watch our podcast, you're a mad lad.
Dude,
Yeah.
Reddit is such an interesting place.
Yeah, every deck has to have an answer. You have to have an attacker that doesn't have an ability. Otherwise, they slap that down, it's game over.
Or
Yep.
an attacker with an ability with an attack that has shred.
Yeah.
Yep, like Tinkaton.
Tinkaton doesn't even have a ability. You mean the EX?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it cuts through that, but it also cuts through like Mimikyu. It cuts through. It's got a shred attack.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Mimikyu is a relic. I'll say it.
Yeah,
Who's running Mimikyu now, man? Like, seriously, in competitive decks, I think if you're looking at like a wall for EXs, it's gonna be Farigiraf every time.
the Crustle looks like fun though.
Yeah, oh yeah, Crustle looks sweet, which I want to just say it again. Grass box. Why is it not going to work? We have our own built-in grass EX wall. We've got graveyard denial. There's just so much.
Same problem it always has is energy acceleration. To the correct
Ogre
Pokemon. Yes, you got to Ogre Pond, but still, it's always energy acceleration for those. Because
Yanmega.
most of their attacks are like always grass energy.
Yeah.
so you can't crisp it. It's annoying.
No, I think Yan Mega, like Chef said, is the answer.
Yeah, just to jet
Oh,
energy on a Yen Mega, and you can
yep.
power it up immediately.
Knock something out, boom, power, and then put your energy out. So I found that card.
Plus, other than
Two.
a few grass types that hit really hard, most of them require 2 or less energy to attack. You know, like, why can't I think of the name now? Toadscruel, the big one that I've played, only takes 2 energy and hits a lot of damage back if you have Area 0 out. And you actually want that energy on the rest of your Pokemon, right? Because Toadscruel, if I'm not mistaken, it's 40 plus for every Pokemon with a grass energy on your board.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know what the base is, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, shoot, you hit 3 grass across your 3 Ogerpons in one turn. That's 120 extra damage plus 3 draws. I feel like that's a winning strat right now in this type of game. But I really think Thorns. I think we'll see a Thorns in the top 8 of the next big tournament. If Bolt wins a tournament, Thorns shows up at the next one. That's my philosophy. We can test it this time, but I believe in it.
Yeah, we'll see. That's pretty.
What else shuts it down harder, right? There's no better matchup than Bolt into, or Thorns into Bolt. Like, you just can't play the game if you're Bolt.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard. But unless they're using knock towels now.
Oh, dude. I forgot that's how Bolt's played now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dang. That doesn't, well, it still stops them from energizing.
It does contain the how many energy they can get out, yes. But they can still play the game.
Yeah, and they're gonna pack Crispin too, right? So that's still a double energy play.
Well, and if you get Sadas, it's a triple energy. Because you can get double Sada 2 energy plus an attached return.
Yeah, if you get Sadas and heaven forbid a counter catcher and you get that Thorns out of active, yeah, I mean, what? Maybe Thorns is dead. Maybe I'm wrong here. Now that I'm breaking down the lines, like, yeah, dude, Sada's so strong. Crispin's so strong. Sure, you're stopping an Ogerpon or 2 per turn, but like 3 energy is still enough to do 210 damage. What does Thorns have? 230?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you're playing Thorns, you're going to be playing that Rocket's Watchtower, aren't you? I think Thorns is not dead.
Oh, yeah. Watchtower would go well. Dude, yeah, Quad Thorns, probably better than the Polt now, though, right?
I actually saw that one on, I think it was Twitter. Somebody posted that Quad Thorns is coming back with 4 of that stadium.
Well, it's arguably better than the Lost Stadium. I can't think. Lost City?
Lost City, yeah. Which is gone.
Lost City was super good. Get rid of those key pieces permanently. But, dude, all normal type Pokemon having no ability. Could you imagine someone thinking late game, finally they've taken 5 prize cards, here comes my Ursaluna? Sorry, bud. Cost 5 to attack.
Oh, man.
Ouch.
I didn't even think about that.
Dude, I'm like the biggest Ursaluna fan, but also just from, I loved Ursaring as a kid. In Gen 2, I was just like a huge fan of the bear Pokemon. It was awful for its entire legacy. And then we got Ursaluna, and the card is just as good as the Pokemon. It's unbelievable. They actually succeeded with Ursaluna.
And then the Blood Moon Ursaluna was even cooler. That's what sold me on the Teal Mask DLC. I saw that one Blood Moon, and I'm like, I need to have it.
Yeah, I mean, to have a special attacking, normal type Pokemon that has like 4 abilities combined into one in the actual game. Yeah, Ursaluna Blood Moon is goated, dude. And I think the card represents just how good it is in the game as well. I mean, almost every deck can put an Ursaluna Blood Moon in it and be fine.
Right. Like I have so many single prizer decks that just have the one Ursaluna that makes it no longer a single prizer deck, but it's like it's so good that it's worth it, like
okay,
it works well in anything.
1 in 25 games you open up with just an Ursa starter. worth it.
Yeah.
Right? That's worth
Yeah.
having it in my deck. If the other 24 games I get to come back with a freaking 240 attack hit at the end of the game for free.
Right.
I think as far as where the thorns would actually like, you're running 4 thorns, you're running 4 of the stadium, but you're losing out on other things as well, right? Like we no longer have DTE. And so are
Yeah,
you
that
able to get, I don't know, man, because DTE was huge in quad thorns.
well, you either can run Turbo Energize and Crispin. I mean, and there you go.
Yeah, Turbo Energize is a great call. You could actually just double Turbo Energize, double Devo, and just handle everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy consistency because you're always starting the game with your perfect opener, which is Thorns. No matter how many mulligans it took you. You're probably getting a stadium at 4 times. And if not, maybe you pack a single Colress. I mean, I don't know. Does anyone play the Kyurem anymore?
Slow King
I think
is
just
the only
Slowking.
one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't seen a Slowking on ladder since before Journey Together.
Me either.
The
don't think so
second
either.
Journey Together hit, I have not seen Slowking, which is interesting to me because I really like the deck. I think it's good too if it's piloted well.
Yeah, I think Colress will go up in value as we get more really powerful stadiums and as we get more really powerful special energies. We could be seeing more of it, in which case I would think that packing a Curum would be a decent choice.
Yeah, I could see it getting better. I just feel like
Does it attack
other
for
than
one
these,
one metal or one colorless?
no, one colorless after
colorless.
Colress
Colorless,
is
okay.
used.
Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
so anybody can pack it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
don't know though because Colress is really good at getting an energy in a stadium. But if you're playing the Team Rocket special energy, you're just using Rocket supporters to get your stuff anyway.
Do you think with this next set, with this, the black and white set, we get another Colress supporter?
A Colress 4?
The Colress supporter.
Oh, we get an it is Unova, isn't it?
Because I've heard it's 2 different sets, right? It's going to be a black set and a white set, and it's going to be huge. I've heard there's like over 300 cards in this set.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, Gen 5 is easily one of my favorites ever. So that's huge news. I did not know it was I thought this was gonna be a smaller set. I thought Rocket was what we were getting as like the huge set coming.
No.
Yeah, I'm looking at here. This article says Black Bolt White Flare revealed to feature over 300 cards.
I guess
Poke
though, if I'm the Pokemon company and I printed Prismatic Evolutions and it sold out, and then I printed Journey Together and it sold out, and then I printed Rocket and it hasn't even gotten to English and it's sold out, I'm probably just printing as many cards as I physically can for the rest of history. I mean, they're cash cowing off of us right now.
It is nuts.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. I finally got my first Prismatic Evolutions product, which was that little EV backpack for like $50. I'm really just doing it for the packs.
EV backpack?
Yeah, there's a product that's like it's an EV backpack and it's got 5 Prismatic Evolutions
No,
packs on it.
send me a private message right now. Show me that thing.
Okay.
Dude, I'll put this on the video. I'll show this right
It
here
was
in the video.
it was like $50 and it's like the packs themselves are going for 20, so why not?
Or we're like 30 minutes into the video. We're taking a small little session for Chef's EV backpack. Maybe I throw some music behind that.
Do it.
Something slick. I'm looking at these Unova cards more because we were talking about scalpers and the artworks on them. Man, I thought the 151 set had like really good evolutions, growing up. The Unova might be even better, dude. This full art Embor is insane. With both of his flaming fist on the mountaintop. Dude, that is crazy good art. Oh, let's see this. Hold on. Let me take this link.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like $60 right now, unopened. You get the backpack, you get like 5 prismatic packs, which is immediately already worth it.
That looks like a pretty small bag. Is it a backpack or a Crown Royal bag?
Don't know. It looks like one of those like I don't know. I don't know, like an
It's a
accessory
tiny
pouch.
tiny little pouch. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
you're putting in not
So it's
much.
a dice bag,
No, it's bigger than a dice
basically.
bag. It's bigger than a
Okay.
dice bag.
I mean, dude, it looks pretty cool though, I'll be honest.
I would say
And
you're
you get
putting like a
packs out of it, it's worth it.
coffee cup.
Yeah, yeah. It's worth it just for the value of the packs it includes.
Also, I mean, you could just tether that to a backpack and then have an extra little EV satchel. But that concludes Chef's EV backpack. Moving back to these card arts though. Dude, Samurai, Embor, Superior's full art. Oh my god, man. This set makes
Yeah,
me want to
dude.
collect. I get it.
No
Yeah,
way.
dude, I'm loving the Pig Knight. Like I don't even like that evolution line
Yeah.
like that. But that Pig Knight be a little fat boy with all the like little fruits around him. Like I relate. It's so good.
So we're getting a return of horizontal hollow paper, which I guess is homage to the black and white era I'm reading right now when it was like that. How long have the cards been this like swirly hollow design? Because I swear I see all the time people talking about like, oh, you can tell by the texture of this hollow, this card's fake.
I have
Oh,
no
you're talking
idea.
about that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The borders.
Yeah, I didn't know that the hollow used to be horizontal. I clearly haven't been playing long enough, or definitely not collecting ever, so I didn't know that the hollows changed. I thought that was Pokemon's traditional thing was to have like the swirled hollow print on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of that. I've seen. Yeah, I don't pay attention to like the hollow patterns on them. I just know that like, for example, on the black and white rares, like the texture patterns on them look incredible. But no, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to how the hollow patterns are looking.
Food for thought. If we got any viewers who are really big collectors and have some older cards with different hollow prints, give us some insight in the comments. Is there anything really different? I mean, it probably makes no difference to the collectors at the end of the day, right? It either is hollow or it isn't hollow. That dictates the value of the card. But man, that's crazy. I didn't know this set was gonna be this big, dude. That is so insane. I need like a real Kinkelder deck that's not based around attacking for 0 energy and having 0 energies in the deck. That's what I need. I need a big hitter, 340 damage Kinkelder. Really give him what he's worth.
You're talking Chinese to me. I have never played the games.
Dude, we gotta get you an emulator playing like one of the games to understand what is so different. Like there are so many Pokemon in the card game that are awesome, that are just awful. Like, dude,
If I
Squawkabilly. If
if I
I
buy
saw
you
you
ZA,
pull
would
up
you
with
play
a
it?
Squawk, I would laugh.
If I buy you ZA, would you play it?
Yeah, I mean, what system do I need?
Switch.
Switch.
Oh, I don't have a Switch. You have to buy a Switch also.
Dang.
Maybe this is adjacent enough to Pokemon being Nintendo and the new games coming. How about the new Switch prices, dude?
Oh man. Oh man.
What are we up to, right? They upped it by like $100 for
No
the
idea.
Switch 2.
150 or $200 more than the Switch was.
Yeah, so the MSRP for the Switch 2 is $450.
Wasn't it like
Sheesh.
$200 at some point? Or am I wrong?
The
I don't
Switch
know.
2 had not been released on price until they released that big number. Which I'll give to Nintendo. They usually don't release something until it's ready to release. Unlike GTA 6, Rockstar.
I've been reading about that. I
Yeah,
don't
like-
play it.
Scarlet and Violet were immaculate on launch. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's a different conversation. That's I'm gonna be honest. I know people just absolutely fry Scarlet and Violet graphics, and it's well deserved because they are awful. Like I played 5 minutes of the game, and me and my Pokemon glitched through a hillside, and we're under the map. Okay, I
Oh
get
yeah,
it. But
yeah.
that feels like a Nintendo Switch problem. I swear to you, my TI-84 has more calculating power than a Nintendo Switch. There
Well,
is
that is
no
true.
way.
That is true, but also like Sword and Shield had really good like attack animations, and the quality of those went down like crazy with Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, I think Scarlet and Violet, the whole Terra thing, was so important to them that they made like every single Terra Blast have a unique animation. Then they just said, screw the rest of the moves. We don't need them.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just make them like animate a little bit, little fireball out the mouth. We're good.
Although we've come a long way, right? I mean, I grew up playing Fire Red and Leaf Green. I remember like getting those boxes at GameStop as a kid and being like, holy cow, this is huge.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
and those animations, dude, there were so many moves that just didn't have animations, right?
oh
Like
yeah,
it would just
yeah.
be like a status move that just inflicted a status, done and done. We're moving on. But now, dude, I mean, even things like Toxic are giving you like pools of poison below Pokemon. They're doing a good job. I think they were so limited by the Nintendo Switch and what they wanted to upgrade that it just was a horrible combination.
Yeah, I really hope the Switch 2 is like a decent hardware upgrade because we deserve that as Pokemon fans. We deserve better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm positive it is a massive hardware upgrade based on the unit itself, but is it worth the 400? I just don't know, dude. I'm so on the fence about getting a Switch 2. Like, that's a
I think
lot of
that's
money, man.
I think that's more of like a reflection of like the tariffs that are in place right now. Like the prices of all electronics are about to go up,
No, that's a
and
fact. That is a fact.
and like I think the baseline price of all new games now is about to be $80. Like Nintendo already said that they're gonna have $80 as their baseline. I think Microsoft also
Yep.
responded that they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, Microsoft made the comment they're going up. I think while prices are going up, we are still about to see a lot of good things come from Nintendo, like the Pokemon Champions, which Snipe, maybe we just get you into Champions when it happens, because you won't need a Switch to play this. They are
Okay.
going to be making their own Pokemon Showdown. At least that's what it's theorized to be. Basically, anyone can get on this new program, Pokemon Champions, and play Pokemon battles with each other,
Okay.
which
Here.
hopefully is going to be a very free to play, or at least behind just a Nintendo counter subscription, right? And that way you're not even having to buy a brand new game. You're just like saying, all right, it's now accessible for me to play competitively in this scene, which we have talked about many times before. The card game is sometimes not very accessible friendly with scalpers.
I got a question for you. So when I first got in, was right before all this Scarlet Violet. Now we're up to like seeing Scarlet Violet set 12. What's the next one called? When does it
Z
switch?
to A. It's Pokemon
We're
Z to A.
we're still in the Scarlet and Violet era. ZA is technically still part of Scarlet and Violet era.
Wait,
The next one hasn't
really?
been revealed yet. Yeah,
So what is the next one called?
Okay,
Do we
yeah,
know?
wait. So
Or
so
because I
how it's not based on games? I thought it was based on individual releases. Its era
it's
is larger.
it's based on like the main game that's out, right? Like Sword and Shield was the last era. We're in the Scarlet and Violet era. Whatever gets announced next is gonna be the next one, but I
oh,
think
so we
ZA
don't
is
know.
still technically part. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I had no idea how it worked. I guess I just
yeah.
got
It's
in.
all dependent on like whatever the mainline releases are.
Yeah, I got in right before Scarlet and Violet started, so I was like, oh, cool. But now like everything's still Scarlet and Violet. So also they have to
I mean,
release
it
a new
takes them a
game.
while.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't release them very often. But I mean,
Yeah,
for people
Legends.
like me who play them pretty seriously, you kind of like that, right? Like I don't want it to be a Call of Duty or a 2K game that comes out every single year with a new rendition. I want them to put a good 3 years of work into it, give me a 3 year game, and then meet me back 3 years from now when I've finished the content.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's usually how it's been. It's like there's a year of like the mainline release, and then there's a a huge remake and then a huge spin-off. That's kind of the way that it's been going, and then they cycle like that.
Well, I believe Scarlet and Violet was the very first game to get DLC.
No, Sword and Shield did.
Oh, so I didn't actually play Gen 7 wait, Gen
Gen
8 was
8.
Sword and Shield, right? Yeah, I did not play
Yeah,
Gen 8.
yeah. It wasn't. I didn't like Sword and Shield very much. Yeah, but that one did have two DLCs. It had the Crown Tundra and the uh, Isle of Armor.
Well, I'd rather have DLC for a game instead of the Unova region. Funny, we're talking about the new Unova cards. Black and White just straight up came out with Black and White 2.
Yeah,
So it was like, okay, hey, we have this whole base game that you already did in your first Black and White, but also there's an extra post game. And that could have been a DLC. The problem is it was a DS cartridge. So it wasn't going to be a DLC.
yeah, but it was also like a continuation of the storyline. It takes place like years later.
Yeah, yeah. But it was very similar.
Yeah,
It had the same base game core, play. But yeah, things were definitely different. I think it was a harder game in general. Like, I think they upped just everything in Black and White 2 to be a little bit more like there's a lot more content here. But I wish that would have just been like a different game. Maybe give us, some more regions or something. I don't know. I still have dreams in my head about being able to go to all the regions in one game, and I know it'll never happen.
yeah. One day, one day.
Maybe if modders get there, but Snipe, we'll get you into it at one point. We'll show you what some of your favorite Pokemon are really like in the actual game. Something I always think is hilarious is how much we love Miraidon and the TCG. And for the whole beginning of Miraidon's existence in the actual games, never won a tournament, never did anything, and then out of nowhere it won Worlds.
That happens.
Hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. But with the card game, I think we got a lot of good stuff on the way. I did not know that we were getting this new Dynamo engine with electric types. I had no idea how good the Reshiram and Zekrom were. I'm stoked. I think we're rounding out around like 45 minutes today. I don't know if you guys want to go longer or not. I know we all got stuff to get into today. It's an early morning session. So if we want to call it here, Snipe, Chef, you guys got anything to throw out at the end?
The only thing I got is I found that card. It was called Peony. It discard your hand and search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards. So you would either
Oh
get
yeah,
Yep.
2 generators, or depending on what you had already, a generator and a research, obviously for next turn. And it was just you try to get all your energy on the board. Boom, Iron Hands right away. Yeah,
I
it's
love that.
Peony. You played 4 Peony. I never played the build. I was like, no, didn't like it, but a lot of people did. But that's it.
Yeah, it
I
gives
found
me
it.
Larry vibes. Chef, what do you got for us?
not a whole lot. The only thing I really got coming up is a 1v1 against Ginge, where I did like a deal or no deal kind of thing on 1912 to 10 Swim Team's channel, and I'm taking my Joltik box up against his Enzoro art deck,
Okay.
and then I also just joined Ginge's team that he's trying to
Yes,
go
sir.
to Worlds next
Draw
year.
pass. You guys are now
Yeah,
my
the draw
favorite team.
draw pass team. Yeah, I'm on a team now. I think Mega Blitz is on there, Bluestone's on there. We got a couple of content creators in there. And we're also doing a 5v5 coming up pretty soon, which you're in as
Yes,
well.
sir.
You're on my team, Team Husky.
Camera up. Well, maybe I shouldn't
I'm
have said that.
excited. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't have said that. But yeah, we're going to start strategizing this weekend, and I'm excited. I would love to force Vanilla Magikarp to shave his eyebrows.
Is that the bet? No way.
The bet is he's gonna shave his entire face, including eyebrows, and if we lose, I have to do a face reveal.
I can already see. I saw your face on Discord the other day. You set it up.
Yeah, yeah, I've done like a pseudo face reveal, but I'm gonna do like my entire next video
You gave
with
us a
face
little
cam.
tease.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm stoked for you joining that team. I'm stoked to see you and Snipe play each other on stream at a tournament here soon. I know it's gonna happen. I'm manifesting it. But guys, Been an awesome episode. We're actually already closer to like 50 now. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but thank you for tuning in. Killer new cards on the way. Gents, great time as always kicking it with you, and we'll catch you guys next week.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.
Deal.